Welcome to Great Chefs of the World, a culinary survey featuring premier chefs from around the globe.
For the first course, we go to Dublin. Kevin Thornton prepares a turbot filet from his namesake restaurant. Note his use of brioche cubes on the filet. Then an entree from Punta del Este, Uruguay. Jean-Paul Bandu prepares a succulent rack of lamb, finishing it with a crust of breadcrumbs and parsley. Finally, an unusual dessert from Vienna. Meinrad Neunkirchner presents sweet asparagus served with ice cream flavored with a local herb called chickweed. Thornton's in Dublin has been called the best restaurant in Ireland, and Chef Kevin Thornton, the country's best chef. The Irish native began his career in London, then worked in Canada and Lyon in the kitchen of Paul Bocuse. He learned a lot with Bocuse, including how to take a punch. Here's his Fillet of Turbot with brioche.
Well, it's very important when you get the turbot that you check the turbot to make sure that it's fresh. So what we do is we actually use every part of the turbot. So I start first here by removing.
This is the turbot cheek.
And you can check the turbot by the gills here. The gills are quite red. And we're very spoilt in Ireland by the quality of fish that we have. And you run your finger down along the center of the turbot to find out exactly where the bone is. Even though you know where the bone is, but you presume this is going to be correct.
Turbot is found primarily in European waters. It has lean white flesh with a mild flavor. Some rate it as equal to the famed Dover sole. They're usually imported frozen to the United States.
Now the roe of the turbot, I actually use the roe of the turbot for salting.
The carcass is chopped roughly and will be used to make a stock that is the anchor of the sauce.
I'll remove the skin because one of the fish that you can't actually eat the skin from is turbot. Now we use all this, not actually waste, we use it for farce. So I cut the turbot into approximately 100 grams, 90 to 100 grams in weight.
The fish stock is started with sliced shallots and olive oil and the turbot carcass. Vermouth and white wine are added. Whole white peppercorns, lemon juice, and grapefruit juice go in.
Grapefruit. I'll just put in a little skin of the turbot as well. I'll just squeeze the grapefruit.
Reduced by half. Cubes of brioche are cut. They will eventually be used on the fish.
So while the stock is cooking here, I'll just add a little water. And I just barely cover the bones. I don't even actually cover the bones with water. just to make sure that we get a good jelly content. And then what I do is I put a cartouche on top of that. And I'll bring that to the boil and let it simmer then for 20 minutes.
The sauce is begun with sliced shallots and olive oil. Vermouth and white wine are added. I put a little nulli prat in it because it helps to sweeten up. Sometimes the beetroots can be bitter. It helps to sweeten up the beetroot. The stock is cooking nicely here. The fish stock was reduced, strained, and refrigerated into this gelatinous product.
Okay, now just add some grapefruit. I segmented some grapefruits. Add the juice, and I'll keep some for garnish later. And the stock, I just strained the stock, and you can see the stock. I could pour in the stock. I just let that simmer away lightly.
The fish will be served with mashed potatoes and ample butter, mashed, as you'll notice, the old-fashioned way. Now he switches to a whisk. The potatoes are covered with buttered parchment paper and kept warm until service.
So I put the turbot, I season it, salt and pepper, and again I just coat it with olive oil.
Meanwhile, beet juice is added to the reducing sauce.
You can see the beautiful color of the sauce now. So I let that simmer away gently.
Chopped chives are added to the mashed potatoes.
My chives, I'm adding into the sheet pan, and again I only put a little amount of fat with the olive oil into the pan. Again, season the back of the turbot. So I just want to brown the turbot slightly, yeah? There you go, yeah? You can see the turbot now is just ready, nicely golden brown. So what I'm going to do is just coat it with a little butter on top.
The butter will help the brioche cubes adhere to the fish.
And then I just put the beetroot on, or the brioche. Dice the brioche on top.
This dish is usually served as an entree, but the chef cut it down to what is still a pretty substantial first course. While the fish is finished in the oven, a mousse-like forcemeat made from turbot scraps is shaped into a quenelle and will be poached in stock. Presentation involves mashed potatoes shaped in a ring mold and topped with salmon eggs, blanched wild asparagus, baby beets, and the beetroot and grapefruit sauce. This is the forcemeat quenelle.